welcome back to the Spider's Web, and as you can see we are down to our last 4 miniatures in the base game, on the base set rather, of Dungeon Saga. Now in the last video I did for the zombie troll shaman, I said we'd do the banshee in this video. I forgot we'd already done it. So I think what we'll do instead is the wizard. Why not? So pop him to one side and let's have a look at what paints we're going to be using. Well, I think, yes, why not? Some blue, some red, white. We'll go from there. So, what do I need to do now? Well, wash my brush out for a start, just so we have a nice clean brush to work with. Give it a little bit of a dry, and then we'll put some blue on our palette. The blue we're using is Altdorf Gerd Blue. Hope you can see that. Now we'll just place some on the palette, like so, and we're going to be using this on your man's trousers here, like so. And not quite sure if that's part of the trousers or part of the boots, but I'm going to cover it blue anyway. There we go. And that's it for this colour. Well, sorry, that's it with this leg. And now we'll go on the other leg. And all that wrinkly stuff is for the trousers, looking at this leg. So I wasn't wrong, which is in itself a novelty. So we have this blue, we'll have some red in the top, we might have a little bit of green as well in this. We never know, we'll soon find out. There we go. And there we have our blue trousers done. Next, what I want to do is a little bit of red. And the red I've picked for this is Evil Sun's Scarlet. And you may have noticed that with some of the models I'm using washes and other models I'm using paint. Well, the skeletons, and also the undead minis, well, for the skeletons and the zombies, you can get away with using washes because they give that wishy-washy colour. And oh, I think we'll do this sash red, and it gives a rather pleasing effect to the miniature, seeing as the kind of miniature it is. I don't think really it will fit well with a hero miniature. So So I'm looking when I'm doing the painting at which miniature I am actually painting, and making a decision based solely on that as to whether or not I use washes as the main colours, or whether I use paint. Majority of the time when it comes down to models, I do like to use paint, but some cases a wash works just as well, if not better. As I say, for the undead thing, the undead figures, the washes look absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I have blue and red there. I think what we might have is a little bit of purple. And this, now I'm just trying to find the darker purple, which is the Xerius purple, which is this colour. I'll pop that on our palette. And this one before his top. Now I could, if I wanted to, use Drucho Violet and just give the top, or just give the white here a wash of purple, but as I was saying, I want it to have strong colours. With them being hero characters, I don't want them to have that wishy-washy look, which works so well for the undead. It gives them kind of like that dirty, faded look, which you don't really want for a hero character or a main villain. The heroes, you want the main figures to be nice and bright. And I'm so impressed with this miniature because I've just noticed something. The strap there goes under the hood type thing, but you can actually see the outline of it under that, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And we will just cover the whole of the, and I'm going to call it a coat just for the sake of argument. Whether or not it's a coat, I don't know, but it looks like one. So if I think it looks like one, I'm calling it a coat. He. So there we are. And, looking forward to getting the legendary models of these done, especially this figure, because I'm going to do him like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Gandalf the White, not Gandalf the Grey. Yep. A little bit of the I'm just going to call this a little bit of the coats, not quite covered the collar. And here we have the bit where the purple meets up with the red. So just be very careful when you're applying this purple, you don't want it going onto the red parts. If it's next to somewhere that's white, then fine, you can get away with that, but if it's something you've painted already, you want to try and be incredibly careful with what you do. There we go. Let's I don't know what I was going to say then. There we are. Almost. I have actually started work on the orc, the Tyrant of Halka, the Overlord of Kandahir. I've made a start on those miniatures already. And I'm just going to have done 2 of the more beasts. I'm going to leave the 3rd to do on camera. That's how I'm going to go ahead with those ones. I'm going to do individual ones on camera. I'm not going to do them in 3s like I've done with these. Yeah. And that's that bit done. Now what I want to do is using a little bit of green. And the green we're going to be using is Warboss green. And this Warboss green is going, got quite a bit of that, I don't really need on that much, but might come in later for the elf. And the Warboss green, I'm just going to add a little bit of water to my brush. Dilute it down a little bit. And then we'll go over these areas. Now, I'm going to have to go back over the edges here with white because I don't want them areas to be green. So I want to have another colour in between the red and the green. I know a little bit of blue there that's separating, but I want to make sure there's that strong band between them as they are. don't really need to do that, but I'm going to. So I'll wait for the green to oh dear. What's the word I'm looking for here? Well, I'll wait for the green to dry. I'm going to go in with the Kisler flesh and Deuce flesh. I bet that came as a big surprise to everybody. Normally I would do the flesh first, but change my mind on this one. So we have two bare hands and a face to do in this. There we are. So that he has something wrapped around his wrist here. So I'm not going to cover all of it. As you can see with the mould, the way it's moulded, it must be quite a broad thing there. So that's been the case. And there we have his flesh tones done. Like so. And next what we want to do is the hair. And I'm thinking let's get a bit of Troll Slayer orange. Okay, we'll get some of that on the palette. Spot of green. Blue to grey it down. Yes, I did say that correctly. Blue to grey it down. There we go. And I'm not exactly certain what is on the back of his head, whether it's her or whether it's whether it's her or whatever it is. I suppose I could have always used Ballow Brown or Scrag Brown for this because it looks a very similar colour, but not to worry. I'll have a look once I've finished this video to see what the if you can find one that shows, or see if we can find a picture that shows what's on the back of his head. Yeah. Now we'll add a little bit of purple into that mix, a little bit of red, more green, much more green, and quite a bit of blue. A bit more blue. And there we have it. And that's going to be the colour for our wizard's staff. And I've gone through the colours that I used already, so you should know which ones I have used. With the Xerius purple, Evil Sun scarlet, Troll Slayer orange, and War Boss green, just in case you miss them the first time. Just mix a good bit of colour in, and until you then keep going until you get a decent brownish colour. Oops, I don't want that going on there, but I can always cover it again with a bit of white. Yeah, and now this, as you can imagine, is just a branch or a root of some description that is picked up and fashioned into the staff. Yeah. And that's it. There we go. And we just need to add a little bit more Kislev flesh onto his hand here, because it's not covered terribly well. I'm going to take it straight out of the pot, I think. Just like so. Oops. And now using white scar, I want to go over the areas that I don't want coloured yet. So we over there, and then we go over this part here, which we want to stay as white for the time being. There we go. that. Now we have strap to do for his satchel type thing, and for that I'm going to use Ballor Brown, like so. In fact, I'm going to use this for the satchel. And there we are. And I'm not going to paint the belt thing here yet. I want to have a look first as to exactly what it is and see what colours other people have done for it. And there we are. Not quite sure whether that is actually a satchel or whether it's a book. Looking at it now, it looks like a book, so it may be a case of it being his spell book, which I would rightly assume it is now. So I'm going to go over that with a totally different colour very soon, just to I said I was going to go over the belt, but I decided to go over the belt. There we go. It's going to make a difference anyway, so don't worry too much about it. Okay, so that's that bit done, and now we are going to look at brightening up around the green areas, and for that we're going to be using Flash Gits Yellow. Okay, so take a bit of that, pop it on our palette. And this is where we just straight down and across, and don't forget to do the under parts of it as well, like so. That's that. There we are, and I'm going to also do the crystal that's on the staff. And that's that. Now what we're going to be doing is going over with a wash. I'm going to use a slightly bigger brush, which I'm going to have to clean out because I've had it in the Master's brush cleaning restorer all night. So I just have to get all that stuff out of the bristles. Right, so okay, so first off we're going to be using Drakenhof Nightshade. And this is going to go over 2 areas, in fact 3. It's going to go over the trousers, the boots, shoes, the footwear, like so. We'll be coming back to do the footwear, I haven't forgotten it. But I wanted to try something else. Well, not so much wanted to try something else, I just forgot. Yeah, I did forget really. I've just realised I've not done the... I also want to use this on the purple areas as well. To make it just that bit more purple. And there will be some strange colour combinations when it comes around to washes and paints. Well, they may sound strange, but they give quite a good effect. And you'll see a little bit more in a bit when I come to do the greens and the brown areas here. Okay, so that's that done. I'm just going to go into this brown again to do the bottom of this area, the bottom of this staff. Okay, what I do want to do before I do anything else, a little bit of red, a spot of purple, and green. Oh yeah, I'm going to go over the cover of the book in this colour. Like so. I'll go over the whole of the book. I can always pick out the details of the page edges rather, a little later. There we are. Okay, so that's that bit done. Now what I want to do is apply more wash, and this time the wash I'm applying is Keelia green shade. Guess where this is going? Any ideas? It's going on the staff. Just like so. And then we have the red parts here. And that gives a nice brownish shadow. Oops. I hope I've had everything on camera so far. I haven't realised the camera's pointing so far up. I do apologise if I've missed anything, or if you've missed anything. And next we have not Agrax Earthshade. Don't want that one. I'm looking for my Flesh Wash, which is the traditional one that I use now, Reikland Flesh Shade. And that's going over hands, face, hair. And the yellow and green down here, along with the leather as well. And we have it, and I'll also do the wrist wrapping, as it were. And that's all I can do so far. So until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.